G'day guys, it's daily diary time, and I've had a pretty good weekend so far. Like, drove to Calgary last night, dropped my roommate Shay off. She put me up in a hotel, which was nice of her. But on the drive there, get pulled over by a cop. I'm like, great. Well, here I am packing it, going, I'm going to get done for speeding or whatever. And I'm like, I was only doing like 90. I'm pretty sure the speed limit's 90. And he pulls me over and he's like, oh, do you know I pulled you over? I'm like, and he goes, you're doing 80 in a 110 zone. I'm like, oh, so sweet. Completely just relief. I'm like, I get pulled over for driving like a grandma. And then he was like, oh, you failed to indicate back there. And I was like, no way, I definitely indicated. He's like, oh, anyway. He goes, so yeah, I'm just doing like a random breath test, more or less. And then he asked him your license and insurance and that. Come back, he's like, oh yeah, you're alright. You definitely look sober. And I just drive safe. And then I was like, as he's driving away, I had my left blinker on, which is the one I usually said didn't work. And I'm like, oh mate, looking out the back yelling, and he's like, oh, is that working? He goes, so he reversed back. He's like, oh yeah, it's working, it's just very faint. I'm like, alright, sweet. So then yeah, so that was a good bad situation, whatever. Another thing that happened that was strange is I was in Apple store with Matty. There she is.
Hey.
She had some phone dramas, and the guy that come over to help, he told me he liked my hair, and I'm like, what, like this stuff? Like, you're kidding me, haven't you? So that was that was unusual. But I jumped on a sale at the Source skate and snowboard shop. They're having a big back to school winter sale at a warehouse that they've popped up, selling all of last year's winter stuff, and I've bought a snowboard, which I'm bloody happy about, because it was one I've had my eye on. I did a bit of research, did some study, and I decided not to get that one and get another one because it was the same board, it was just cheaper. But I've now bought this one cheaper than the other one, and this was the one I was originally looking at. So I'm in front, snowboard wise, behind in money, but it was a good price. And I also bought some new thermals, which was good too, because I got them half price too, so I'm stoked about that. So it's a good lead into the weekend, I think. Anything else exciting happened, Matty, that I've missed?
No,
No,
think so.
got it all?
It was all pretty.
Got all of it. Now just Sully's bought a van, so I'm just waiting out the front of the old hostel where he lives for him to turn up so I can have a look at it. He's out showing everyone. He's bloody stoked, and good on him. He should be. Well, yeah, I think I'll just have a couple of beers tonight and really bask in the glory of how good my life is, because I live a good life. But anyway, should wrap it up. I feel rude sometimes by asking you guys to like and share, but I kind of need you to, so I become famous and popular, and people want to put me on the telly in my own TV show. So then I can use my fame and fortune to really change the world. Not, you know what I mean, I've said it before, things like wars and stuff are out of my hands, but I was talking to a friend of mine. He said world hunger can be saved with $1 billion. I think is all it can take to save world hunger. So I reckon if I made that money, enough so I had a good life, and then an extra, or even able to contribute or whatever, we could, but that's the whole world. I want to start locally, help the people that I see every day that need it. So anyway, it's a good show.